Why join the civil service at all?
ముందుగా మీకు చిన్న స్టోరీ చెప్తాను. రామాయణంలో లంకను గెలిచినాక రాముడు లక్ష్మణుడు అక్కడికి వెళ్తాడు. మొత్తం బంగారం, లంక మొత్తం బంగారం. అది చూసినాక లక్ష్మణుడు అపిస్వర్ణమై లంక అన్నయ్య అంటాడు. అంటే లంక మొత్తం బంగారంతో ఉంది, అయోధ్యలో ఏముందన్నయ్య, మనకు ధనం లేదు, ఇక్కడే ఉండిపోతాం, ఇక్కడే రాజ్యపాలన చేసుకుందాము అని. రాముడు ఒక నవ్వు నవ్వి, తమ్ముడు, జననీ జన్మభూమిస్య స్వర్గాతపి కరియసి, మన మాతృభూమికి మించింది ఏదీ లేదు, మనం పుట్టిన భూమిని మనం వృద్ధి చేసుకోవాలి, ఎక్కడో బంగారం ఉందని అక్కడికి వెళ్తే మన జీవితానికి అర్థం ఉండదు. అలాగే నా దేశాన్ని వృద్ధి చేసుకోవడానికి నేను ఐఏఎస్ ఎంచుకున్నాను. పెరగడం, పుట్టడం, పెరగడం, డబ్బులు సంపాదించడం, నెక్స్ట్ జనరేషన్కి డబ్బులు సమకూర్చడం, లైఫ్కి అర్థం ఉండదు. ప్రజల్ని వృద్ధి చేసుకోవడం, నేను పుట్టిన నా ఊరిని, నా దేశాన్ని పైకి తెచ్చుకోవడానికి నేను ఐఏఎస్ అవుతున్నాను. ఆ ఛాన్స్ నాకు ఐఏఎస్ ద్వారా వస్తుందని నేను ఆశిస్తున్నాను. అందుకే నేను ఐఏఎస్ అవ్వాలనుకుంటున్నాను.
For 26 years now, SriChaitanya, Asia's largest group of educational institution, has been developing innovations in education, empowering thousands of students to enter the elite engineering, medical and other colleges. SriChaitanya has produced top rankers in every national competitive examination, including the IIT JEE, AIEEE, AIMS, VIT, CMC and CA.
ఇక నెక్స్ట్ స్టెప్ శ్రీ చైతన్య చేయవలసింది ఏంటి అని ఆలోచిస్తే, ఈ సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ స్టార్ట్ చేసి ఐఏఎస్, ఐపీఎస్, ఐఆర్ఎస్ ఇటువంటి ప్రోడక్ట్స్ని తయారు చేసి ఈ లా ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ పార్ట్లో కూడా ఒక రోల్ ప్లే చేసే స్టూడెంట్స్ని సక్సెస్ఫుల్గా ముందుకు తీసుకువెళ్ళటానికి సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ కోచింగ్ స్టార్ట్ చేయటం చాలా అవసరం అనిపించింది. దానికి ఇంటర్మీడియట్ నుంచే స్టార్ట్ చేస్తే ఈ చేంజ్ ప్యాటర్న్ ఆఫ్ సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్కి డెఫినెట్గా ముందుకు తీసుకువెళ్ళి స్టూడెంట్స్ని సక్సెస్ఫుల్గా సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్లో తీసుకురాగలము అన్న కాన్ఫిడెన్స్తో స్టార్ట్ చేస్తున్నాము. ఐఐటీస్లో ఏ విధంగా మ్యాక్సిమం స్టూడెంట్స్ని ఈరోజు భారతదేశానికి అప్పచెప్తున్నామో అదేవిధంగా సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్లో కూడా ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ నెంబర్ 1 అనే పరిస్థితికి తీసుకువెళ్ళాలి అన్న పట్టుదలతో శ్రీ చైతన్య సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ అకాడమీని స్టార్ట్ చేయడం జరుగుతోంది.
There is a deep philosophy behind setting up of this Chaitanya IAS Academy. Let's say intermediate they join, intermediate is the 10th standard they join, so 15 years, 16 years, another 6 years. By 22, he should be able to face the IAS examination very confidently, and in the first or second attempt, he or she should be able to make it. This is the philosophy behind the whole thing.
SriChaitanya IAS Academy is aiming to repeat this success story in civil services arena also and lead Andhra Pradesh in the number of selections to the India's topmost administration service. To raise the awareness of the Indian administrative service as a career, SriChaitanya IAS Academy was launched in the year 2011 with the main objective to guide students to enter these prestigious civil services as IAS, IPS, IFS and IRS officers, positions that give prestige, recognition and job satisfaction. The Union Public Service Commission conducts the Civil Services exam every year and selects 1,000 officers from over 2 lakh aspirants. SriChaitanya IAS Academy has developed integrated and intensive coaching programs to achieve success. Teenagers who have passed their 10th standard can join the 5-year Level 1 integrated program. The Level 1 program provides result-oriented coaching for intermediate, Bachelor of Arts degree and civils coaching. The subjects in intermediate are Maths, Physics and Chemistry, Maths, Economics and Commerce, or History, Economics and Geography. For intermediate pass students, the 3-year Level 2 integrated coaching program provides excellent guidance for Bachelor of Arts degree and civils coaching. Students can select a combination of 3 subjects from History, Geography, Political Science, Economics and Public Administration. Graduate and postgraduate aspirants can join the 1-year Level 3 intensive coaching program for success in civil services examinations. Students are trained in personality development, communication skills, body language, debating and elocution. The infrastructure at SriChaitanya IAS Academy is of international standards. The entire campus is air-conditioned. Classrooms are spacious with state-of-the-art teaching tools. The library is well-stocked and is kept open round the clock. Group discussions with different points of view provide different perspectives on the topic.
Today, every political party, most of the political parties, not every political party, most of the political parties are owning many news channels and newspapers. So these days, the news have become more biased. They are having an impartial view.
And you are completely seeing on the political side of the media. Why can't you see on the welfare side of the media? So media is, of course, I agree with you on the point of view that media is supporting some of the political parties, but not all the media and not all the media channels and not all the media newspapers are not supporting the political parties.
The conference hall is the platform for students to hone their skills in public speaking.
Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, in his famous speech, Tryst with Destiny, said, and I quote, "At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the whole world sleeps, India will awake to light and freedom." But the context has been changed these days. It's like when the whole world is awake, India is still sleeping.
SriChaitanya IAS Academy is honored to have the legendary former Chief Election Commissioner Sri T.N. Seshan as Chairman Advisory Board.
I am delighted to be associated this morning with this function to introduce Chaitanya efforts at coaching for the IAS and other central services exams. The civil service offers one of the biggest opportunities for a person to do national service. You are an IAS officer, you run a department. You are a police officer, you run the law and order in a place. You are a foreign service officer, you represent the country in various other places. You join the account services, railway accounts, defense accounts, postal accounts. You join the revenue services, extremely powerful people, the income tax wallas. Running the railway, the non-technical part of the railway. People who run the commercial part of the railways, etc., etc. So there is a whole range of services to which this single exam is the route.
The eminent Padma Bhushan Sri K. Padmanabhaiah, former Union Home Secretary, is the Dean of the Academy.
IAS is one of the toughest competitive examinations in the country. Students, after they pass their graduation or the master's degree, they take a shot at the IAS examination. They throw a stone. So they study for about 6 months or so, and then they say, if I get selected, it's fine. If I don't get selected, it's fine. Now, we wanted to change this because people who generally join the IAS have a different mindset, you know. And these are the people who should understand how the society works. They need to have a social approach to the whole problem. A social awareness, a social consciousness is extremely important. So what we thought is, we would catch the people, students quite young in their age, and as they are doing their intermediate, simultaneously they should prepare for the IAS also partly. Similarly, as they are preparing for the graduation, they should also prepare for the IAS. About 30% of the time is devoted on training them for the IAS. That covers the social sciences, it covers history, it covers sociology, anthropology, and then some amount of general science, some amount of mathematics, statistics, and then English, writing the English essays, and then personality development, in the sense, how do you become a confident individual, you know. Self-confidence is the most important thing. Then writing, English writing skills, reading skills, and speaking skills, and public speaking, communication, all these things are taught to them. That is 2 years. Then in the 3 years of the degree again, parallel with the degree courses, you have to get your degree, but parallel to that, about 30% of the time is again devoted to the training for the IAS subjects. And this includes field visits to various government programs where they are being implemented in an exemplary fashion. Then it includes guest lecturers from people who have distinguished themselves in the society, both in civil services as well as outside. You take any service, in every level, you reach the top of the position. And you have the privilege of making the policy and seeing that it is implemented properly. That is the thrill of this. And seeing your country grow from strength to strength and then achieve a number one position in the Committee of Nations. You must understand how the society runs, how the society functions. What is society? Society is people. As Gurujara Apparao has said, Desamante Mattikadoi, Desamante Manushuloi. I mean, you must feel for the people. What are their problems in their daily life? What is it that they want? How can you improve the standard of living of the people? And unless you feel for them, you can't be a good administrator. You must have a feel for them.
A galaxy of serving senior officers of the civil services are invited to motivate and inspire the students.
I believe that the civil services in India still have a very large role to play in the growth and developmental process of the country. Therefore, I am very happy that the Chaitanya IAS Academy has taken this very noble and commendable initiative to train youngsters to prepare for the examination interview that precedes selection to the civil services and to give them the necessary equipment to do well. In spite of very lucrative and highly paying alternatives in the private and corporate sectors, the civil services, I am happy to notice, still continue to attract some of the best talent in the country, and the enthusiasm and excitement that I see in the children here is itself evidence, very gratifying evidence of the fact that the services are still a draw among the youth, and I am happy to be able to contribute in a small measure to this very noble and commendable effort.
Scheme of Civil Services Exam Stage 1 Prelims Civil Services Aptitude Test Objective Type. The preliminary exam contains 2 papers. Paper 1 for 200 marks. Duration 2 hours. Subjects: current events of national and international importance, history of India and Indian national movement, India and world geography, Indian polity and governance, economic and social development, general issues on environmental ecology, biodiversity and climate change, general science. Paper 2 for 200 marks. Duration 2 hours. Comprehension, interpersonal skills, communication skills, logical reasoning, analytical ability, decision making, problem solving, general mental ability, basic numeracy, and English language comprehension. Stage 2 Mains, only for those who have passed the prelims, that is CSAT. Candidates will be selected for the mains in an approximate ratio of 1:12. Pattern of mains examination. Descriptive, compulsory language papers. English 300 marks. Indian language 300 marks. The candidate has to qualify in these papers. However, the marks obtained in these papers will not be considered for final ranking. General essay 200 marks. General Studies Paper 1 300 marks. General Studies Paper 2 300 marks. First optional paper 1 300 marks. First optional paper 2 300 marks. Second optional paper 1 300 marks. Second optional paper 2 300 marks. A total of 2000 marks. The optional 1 and 2 subjects must be selected from the list of 25 subjects announced by the UPSC. Stage 3 The interview for 300 marks. Successful candidates in the mains exam will be called for personality test at Delhi by the UPSC in the ratio of 1:2. Final ranking and surveys will be allotted to the candidates based on their marks in the mains exam and interview. SriChaitanya IAS Academy provides air-conditioned hostel facilities for their residents. The gymnasium helps them stay fit and in sound health. The able stewardship and guidance of all these stalwarts gives SriChaitanya students the momentum to storm the civil services exam. SriChaitanya will guide you to reach the top positions in India's #1 career profession.
Your boys and girls are going to be the first-class citizens of this country, absolutely top-rate citizens of this country.